What's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude, and I know, another wonderful car video. Sometimes that's just how it rolls, guys. You gotta fit in the videos whenever you can. So I'm in the car line to pick up my kids from school. Time to do a video. We've already hit 5,000 subscribers here on Golden Blue Dude, but now we have a goal, a big goal of 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I know we can do it, but we can't do it without your help. And don't forget to send in your I am Golden Blue Dude or we are Golden Blue Dude short video clip to my email address. I've gotten a lot of clips sent to me, but I want to give as many people the opportunity to send in their video clip. Y'all see my ugly mug and hear my nails on the chalkboard voice every single day. So I decided to reward you guys. Y'all deserve it. Have your own video. Anyways, on to today's video. And I got to thinking, what are the best nicknames for the rivalries that are out there? Not the best rivalries, not who's winning, not the history, not the reason behind the name, just strictly based on the name itself. There's some pretty good ones out there. So I came up with my top 25 best nicknames for rivalries. Number 25. I like this one because it's a made-up name, but it's funny. So coming in at number 25 is Illabuck. Yeah, that's right, Illabuck. You heard me correctly. I can't make this stuff up. They combined names and they came up with Illabuck. That one surprised me. This is the game that is played between Illinois and Ohio State. So I guess they combined the name Illinois with the mascot of Ohio State, the Buckeyes. It's unique. Kind of makes sense because they're combining names, but it's not going to be much higher than 25th, so it barely snuck in there. Number 24, this one's kind of a phrase. It's called Clean Old-Fashioned Hate, and it's the rivalry between Georgia and Georgia Tech, and of course Georgia is dominating this rivalry, but the name of this rivalry, I like it. It's simple, it's to the point. These two teams hate each other. I mean, even Georgia Tech fans, their saying is to hell with Georgia. I mean, that's what they say. That's their chant. So, I like it. It's to the point. Why beat around the bush, right? Coming in at number 23, the Black and Blue Bowl. I really like that. This is between Memphis and Southern Miss. This gives you the feeling that if you're going to play in this bowl, you're going to get beat up. You're going to come out black and blue. So that one is also to the point, the Black and Blue Bowl. This is a straight-up fight. I'm not familiar with this rivalry, but I really like the name that they gave it. Number 22, this nickname is actually used for two games. It's called the Holy War. You got Boston College versus Notre Dame, and then the other one, which is my favorite out of the two, Utah versus BYU. So the Holy War describes Boston College, Notre Dame, and Utah BYU. I prefer the Utah BYU. I think those two teams definitely hate each other more than Boston College and Notre Dame. Number 21. This kind of reminds me of number 24 because it's a phrase, deeper than hate. So not only do these two teams hate each other, but it's deeper than hate. And this is Appalachian State versus Georgia Southern. I didn't know that was a rivalry. I knew they were in the same conference, the Sun Belt. But I guess it's a heck of a rivalry because they called it deeper than hate. Number 20, this one just comes off as a party. I mean, it literally has party in the name. The world's largest outdoor cocktail party. That's Georgia versus Florida. This is a neutral site, half Georgia fans, half Florida fans in Jacksonville, Florida. I watch this game every single year, and even when one team is worse than the other, you really don't know who's going to win this game. Now, this past year in 2021, Georgia was just on a whole new level, so they obliterated Florida. But for the most part, this is a pretty good rivalry. Coming in at number 19, this is a play on words and the location of this rivalry. It's called the Arch Rivalry. It's between Illinois and Missouri, and as we all know, St. Louis has the Arch, the gateway to the West. That's the border of these two states, so it makes sense. It's to the point. It doesn't really express any hate or anything like that, but I like it. I think it was a clever play on words. These next three are more for rhyming reasons, but I like all three of them. Number 18, Battle for the Saddle. This is Texas Tech versus TCU. Apparently, they're battling for a horse saddle. Maybe, they have some horses out there that they couldn't get a saddle for. So, hey, why not battle it out on the field for a saddle? I know, there's a trophy, but I had to throw that in there. I like it. Battle for the saddle. Next up, number 17, Battle for the Paddle. Even better, South Alabama versus Troy. I don't know the history of this rivalry, so I don't know what the paddle is for. I'm sure it's the trophy. But I don't know the history behind it. I just like the name. What I'm really interested in is, does the winner get to paddle the loser? That would be a heck of a reward, and I'm sure that they would dish out some punishment. Number 16, Battle in Seattle, another rhyming rivalry, and this is between Central Washington and Western Washington. Don't know too much about these two teams, but I like the name, Battle in Seattle, strictly based on location. Number 15, this is pretty clever. I don't know the history behind it or the reason. I just like the name. It's called the Cereal Bowl. You know, like what you eat for breakfast, cereal in a bowl. I know you already got that, but some people you got to explain things to. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing these names right. It's Carleton versus St. Olaf. Olaf. Where do I know that name from? Number 14, kind of in the same genre, a play on words as far as eating. The Red Beans and Rice Bowl. That sounds pretty good, actually. And this is between Central Arkansas and McNeese State. Not familiar with these two teams, but I think they named their rivalry pretty good. Good job, guys. That's why you made my top 15. Number 13, I really like this one. The War on I-4. This is a play on words. Interstate 4. It rhymes. I love it. This is between UCF and USF. aka Central Florida versus South Florida. This rivalry could take a break if South Florida can't find their way into the Big 12. Right now, it's not looking like they will, but they're making effort. They're taking steps. So maybe in the future, this could go back to a yearly game. Well, and also UCF is not actually playing in the Big 12 yet, so they'll get to play a few more times. Coming in at number 12, this one hits home. The Battle of the Brothers. And let me tell you something. I have two brothers, and we had some battles. This is between Utah and Utah State. I'm just guessing because it's an in-state rivalry. Family playing family, friends playing friends. I like the name, and it hits home. Well done, Utah and Utah State. Number 11, we all know this one, the Red River Shootout. Its name is based on the Red River, which is where this rivalry is played, or near where this rivalry is played, and that's between Texas and Oklahoma. One of the all-time greatest rivalries. It has a great name to go with it. Number 10, I really like this one as well. It's called the Brawl of the Wild. So instead of that movie called The Call of the Wild, this is the Brawl of the Wild. And this is between Montana and Montana State. Don't know the history between these two teams, but it is an in-state rivalry. Clever play on words, Brawl of the Wild. It is out in the wilderness. Love it, guys. Great job. Coming in at number 9, and I would be leery to play in this game. It is called the Soul Bowl. It's between Alcorn State and Jackson State. I know this is not what they meant by the name, but it makes me feel like if I played in that game and lost, I would lose my soul. So that name is a little intimidating to me, and I probably would not participate in it. Number 8, really like this. I'm from West Virginia, so I know what a turnpike is. This is called the Turnpike Tussle. This is between Emporia State and Washburn. Never heard of these two teams, but I really like the name. Number 7, this term is also very familiar to me. The Moonshine Throwdown, and this is between Marshall and Western Kentucky. No, West Virginia is not involved in this rivalry, but a team from West Virginia, aka Marshall, is involved with this, and I really like the name of this rivalry. The Moonshine Throwdown. Do they have to take shots, the loser, or does the winner take shots? I don't know. Somebody clear that up. Number 6 is going to be Rumble in the Rockies. Kind of reminds me of the Rumble in the Jungle back in the 70s. This is between Colorado and Utah, and of course, you know, this is about location in the Rocky Mountains. I love it. It sounds great. It sounds like they're preparing to really fight. Love it. Rumble in the Rockies. Number 5, this is my rivalry, the Backyard Brawl between Pitt and West Virginia. It epitomizes everything about this rivalry. These two teams are very close together. There's actually a pretty big West Virginia fan base in the city of Pittsburgh, so it really does feel like you're playing in your own backyard when you're playing on the road. So the name fits perfectly. It sounds like it's going to be a down-to-the-wire fight, which it usually is. The Backyard Brawl, perfect name for West Virginia versus Pitt. Number 4, from brutality to trying to outsmart your opponent. This one's called the Battle for the Book of Knowledge. And once again, Carleton is involved. This time they're playing McAllister. The winner, I'm guessing, gets the Book of Knowledge. What is the Book of Knowledge? Does it hold some secrets that we don't know about that would blow our minds? I don't know. But if you ever get your hands on the Book of Knowledge, let me know. Number 3, we're all familiar with this rivalry. It's called the Iron Bowl. It just sounds like it's going to take a lot of grit and a lot of guts to win this game. Of course, this is between Alabama and Auburn, one of the all-time great rivalries. And an all-time great name to go with this rivalry. I mean, just from the onset, the iron ball, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a battle, and you got to be made of iron to get through it. Number 2, this is more of a phrase like the ones I mentioned earlier, but I really like this one. It's simplistic and it's to the point. 100 Miles of Hate. That's what it's called. 100 Miles of Hate. This is between Middle Tennessee and Western Kentucky. Don't know much about this rivalry, but man, I really, really love that hate. Not only do they hate each other, but there's 100 miles of it. I know that's probably the distance between the two schools, but man, what a name. And coming in at number 1, we're all familiar with this rivalry. I just like the name. It embodies chaos, never know what's going to happen, and it is Bedlam. It is between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. And by the way, for those of you that don't know what the word Bedlam actually means, it means a scene of uproar and confusion. That is awesome. I love it. I mean, are they confused on the field? Is it the fans that are confused? I don't know. I just really like the name. Great name, Bedlam. I'm sure there's a few on here that you don't agree with, and a few that I left out. So let me know in the comments section where I got it right and where I got it wrong. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.